Welcome back, everybody. This is page 2 of your test review for Unit 2. Again, we're on page 2. Okay, so the next part of the test is going to be just adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. We'll start with adding and subtracting, sum or difference. So sum we add, difference we subtract. Leave your answer in simplest form or standard form. And just remember, when you're adding or subtracting, you're just combining like terms. You're not adding or subtracting any oh my goodness, can't talk. You're not adding or subtracting any exponents. All right, so if we're adding, we're good to go. We don't have to change anything. So if you want, you can leave it in this form, or you can move like terms under each other. It's up to you. All right, but if we're adding, we can just pretty much ignore the parentheses. All right, so 12x to the fourth plus 1x to the fourth would be 13x to the fourth. Next, we're going to need to do the next largest exponent, so our squareds. Negative 5x squared plus negative 12x squared, or negative 5 minus 12. If you're not sure, use your calculator. Negative 5 minus 12, negative 17 x squareds. Okay, we don't combine the exponents. Basically, you're just saying, how many x to the fourth are there? Well, we have 12 and 1. There's 13x to the fourth. They don't become something else. All right, now the 12x would come next. There's no other x's. The 8 doesn't have one, so we're just going to put the plus 12x down. And then the minus 8. So you're just combining your like terms. With subtraction, though, you want to be careful. You're subtracting every term. So minus negative 8c to the fourth is going to actually become a plus 8c to the fourth. And I'm going to put it underneath the like term. Rewrite them all. It makes it easier. Then I'm going to subtract negative 5c squared. So it's going to become a plus 5c squared. And then finally, I'm subtracting positive 12. So I'm subtracting 12 from 8. So look at how your signs change if there's a subtraction sign. So now we'll just combine our like terms. How many c to the fourth do we have? 10. Negative 3 plus 5 is positive 2c squared. And then 8 and negative 12, or 8 minus 12, negative 4. All right, so your exponents are all the same ones that were there to begin with. You just condense them. Now, number 15 tends to throw us off a bit because of the order. Just ignore the bells. If I said subtract 2 from your age, are you going to do 2 minus your age or your age minus 2? You're going to do your age minus 2. Otherwise, you'd get a negative number, right? 2, if I subtract 2 from my age, I'm going to be 2 years less than what I am. But notice the order switched. So where you see this word subtract, that's where your minus sign goes. So I'm subtracting this from this other one. So I'm subtracting 5x from 2x. I'm subtracting negative 3y from 12y, so it's a plus 3y. I'm subtracting 8x squared from negative 14x squared. Now just combine your like terms like you did with adding. But because it's standard form, you might have to do some rearranging after the fact. All right, so we have a negative 3x. 12 plus 3 is 15y, so positive 15y. And negative 14 minus 8 is going to put us at negative 22x squared. You don't want to go the wrong way with it, right? It's not 14 minus 8. Okay. A big chunk of the past couple of weeks has been multiplication, so that's our next review topic here. Think about your product rule. You're going to multiply the numbers, but you're going to add exponents. And we might need to throw in the box method or just distribution. Some of you prefer to use double distribution. That's fine. I think you'll find the box really handy next chapter, though, when we start factoring. All right, so with this first one, if I just had these two things to look at, I'd multiply and add the exponents. I'm going to do it for each one. It might be helpful to, I can't show you on here, but sometimes I'll cover up the ones I'm not working with, so I can just focus on this. 5 times 3 is 15, and m to the 7th. And then 5 times 14 is positive 70. And again, you've got m to the 4th and m to the 2nd, so it's m to the 6th. And finally, 5 times negative 20 is negative 100. You got 4 m's and 1 more m, so it's going to be m to the 5th. Don't forget to distribute the variable also. All right, same thing's going on here, but you have a's and b's to worry about. So again, cover up this negative 5 if you need to. Just focus on this section. 2 times 7, 14. You have 2 a's and 1 more, so it's a to the 3rd. Because that 4, remember, like the T-Rex, doesn't have a very long reach, so it only is attached to the b. Now you have 3 b's and 4 b's, b to the 7th. All right, that term's done. So I'm just going to cross it out so I can just focus on 2 times negative 5, negative 10. I have 2 a's and 3 more, so a to the 5th. And 3 b's and 2 more, b to the 5th. And there's your answer. All right. Take a look at the next two. You'll have to double distribute. Might be helpful to pause the video and try these and then check your answer. Okay, let's finish this one up. This page. So this time, if you just had, a negative 12 in front, you distribute the negative 12 to the x and 23. If you just have the x, you just distribute the x. But because you have 2 terms times 2 terms, you need to make sure to either double distribute or a lot of folks like the box method. I'll show you both on here. So if you double distribute, you want to be careful of your signs. X times x, x squared. X times positive 23, positive 23x. Then you want to deal with the negative 12, and that's where another spot you want to be careful. It's not just 12. Negative 12 times x is negative 12x. Negative 12 times positive 23 is negative 276. And then to write it in standard form, you've got your x squared. Combine your two x's to give you positive 11x and then minus 276. Just got to check on the math lab here quick. All right. Now, the box method, many people like this better. It takes a couple more minutes, but not even a couple of seconds because you just got to write your binomials one across the top. It doesn't matter which one goes there, but make sure whatever's in parentheses stays together. So x has this column, negative 12 has this column. X plus 23 is going to go down the side. Again, x has this row and positive 23 has this row. And then inside of there, you're going to multiply, just like you did here. It's just helping you distribute. So x times x, x squared. X times negative 12, negative 12x. And then your bottom row, you're taking the 23 and distributing it to both of those. So 23 times x is 23x, positive, so you don't have to put the plus sign. 23 times negative 12, you're multiplying negative 276. And then if you notice, in this diagonal here, those are the same. Those are like terms. So your x squared and your negative 276 are in the first and last box. That'll come in handy next chapter. And then these two together combine to give you 11x. So you can get your answer either way. All right, the next one I'm just going to do the box for, but if you want to do it using double distribution, you can. Just check to make sure you have all 4 terms that are the same. Because again, these are just two different methods that give us the same answer if they're done right. All right, so 4x times 5x is going to give me 20x squared. 5x times -7, -35x. All right, 8 times 4x is 32x. And 8 times -7, -56. And once again, you want to write, these are your answers. You just need to write it in standard form. So the 20x squared will come first. Next, we have our x's. And almost always you can combine those. So that's going to combine to give us -3x. You're just combining like terms. They're staying in x. And then -56. All right, last one on this page. If you square something, you do not just square both parts. All right, it's the same as multiplying it by itself. And again, you have a binomial times a binomial. So if you just write down x squared plus 196, that's only two of the terms. You're missing part of it. All right, so we've got x minus 14, x minus 14. Again, when you're looking at it in the box, think of those as negatives. So we have x squared minus 14x. Down here we have -14x. And -14 times a -14, negative times a negative, positive 196. Combine those like terms. X squared minus 28x plus 196. All right, tune into the next video for help on the third and final page to get yourself ready for the test. Good luck and have a great day.